There are moments in life when you feel like a shadow in the crowd scene, unheard, as if your existence is nothing more than a number in the statistics of life. But the universe has a different plan. You are not meant to be ordinary. And believe me, after this, you will be known enough. This is not a prophecy. This is a conscious calling for a soul that is preparing to step onto its own stage. If you have ever felt unappreciated, underestimated, or forgotten, this message does not come to comfort you. It comes to awaken you, to remind you that you don't need the world's validation to shine. You don't need a stage. You are the stage. And when you realize who you truly are, the world will see you as valuable, influential, and irreplaceable. For too long, you've been a shadow in other people's stories. Too often the listener, the supporter, the helper, but rarely truly seen. You were there when they needed you, but forgotten when you fell. And yes, I know how that feels. To give everything from your heart and still feel invisible, like air. Essential, but unnoticed. You may feel anger, disappointment, or doubt. Maybe you've asked yourself if you're not special enough. But listen closely. The universe would never place you here without a reason. You are being trained in silence, shaped from within, so when your time comes, you will not only appear but endure, not just known, but respected. Those who once doubted you will be silenced when they see the version of you that no longer depends on their recognition. The truth is, your worth does not depend on who notices you. It depends on who you decide to become. Soon, there will come a time when your presence will be felt, your words remembered, your creations sought after, and your soul will finally find its place. Not because you changed to fit the world, but because you dared to be yourself in a world that pressures everyone to be the same. You will not remain overlooked forever, because the world is turning, and your time to be seen is near. This world is full of appearances, people racing to show the happiest, the most successful version of themselves. But behind the screen, many are exhausted by the illusions they've built. And maybe you're not perfect. Maybe you don't shine all the time, but you are real. And that's what makes you priceless. Authenticity cannot be bought. You don't sell a false version of yourself just to gain validation. You don't manipulate stories just to seem interesting. You show up as you are, and that is why you will be known in a more meaningful way. Because when someone speaks from a place of honesty, their words reach hearts. When someone dares to be themselves, they inspire others to stop imitating and start becoming. That is your power. You will be known not because you tried to be someone else, but because you chose to be the truest version of yourself. You are not a fake spotlight. You are a small flame whose warmth lingers in the hearts of those who have felt it. Remember this, you don't need fame to matter. You just need meaning. And meaning does not come from pretending. It comes from living with awareness. From here on, people will begin to find you. Not because you scream for attention, but because they are thirsty for something real. And you exist as living proof that authenticity is not extinct. Maybe you've wondered, why am I not heard, even when my intentions are pure? Why am I always underestimated, even when I am sincere? The answer is not that you're not enough. It's because energy is real. Energy cannot be faked. It's not about what you say, it's about how you show up. Not about how hard you try to explain yourself, but how strongly your energy speaks for you. Even in silence, when you doubt yourself, that energy can be felt. But now, your energy is changing. You're no longer chasing a stage to be seen. You are building a foundation of clarity, strength, and truth about who you are. And as your energy grows, people will start to notice. Without effort, without force, they will be drawn to you, Because energy is magnetic. You are beginning to carry a new aura of someone who no longer needs validation, yet radiates calmness that others can't help but approach. People will know you, not because you beg for their attention, but because you become a quiet magnet, a steady, grounded presence with words that carry weight. You don't need a spotlight to shine. You are the light. And when you become the light, those lost in the dark will seek you out. Your presence will begin to make an impact, and before you even realize it, you will already be known by those who need you most. You may have once thought, "Who am I? Why would anyone listen to me?" But hear me now. It is exactly because you've been broken, because you've felt alone, because you've cried in silence and still stood up, the next day that you have something valuable to give. Every wound, every failure, every quiet journey has shaped you into someone who can now become light for others. The world doesn't need fake motivation. It needs proof that survival is possible. Proof that brokenness can become wholeness again. Proof that someone like you can rise and keep going. That is why you will be known. Not because of noise, but because of connection. A connection between your soul and those who recognize their story in yours. You don't need millions of followers to matter. If even one life changes because of you, that is enough. You are not a celebrity, not a product. You are a public soul. A soul whose life touches others simply because you were brave enough to live honestly. This is the time to stop hiding your process, because that is your strength. The world doesn't need your perfection, it needs your truth. And from there, you will be remembered not for noise, but for depth. Not for trends, but for meaning. If you only chase fame, you will burn out. But if you choose to create impact, you will last. Because fame fades, but impact remains. Today they may forget your name, but they will never forget how your presence made them feel. That is the difference. So do not shrink anymore because you feel unseen. Do not hide because you think you're not enough. Stand tall, look forward. You are not walking toward a stage. You are the stage itself. And from now on, the world will begin to notice you quietly, steadily, inevitably. Not because you crave recognition, but because you finally know the truth. You are worthy of being known. And the time is now.